Yo, what up? We're up 502 King Paul coming to you out with another video, man. So in this video, I'm going to take a moment and speak on witchcraft. And I know a lot of times when people think about witches and, you know, they think about a woman with green skin, a big pointy hat, flying on a broom and all this stuff. But, man, that is not the case. And they don't come looking like that. A lot of the women that I know, and even a couple of men that I know that practice this kind of stuff, they're pretty well put together for the most part. Nothing that from the physical appearance that would tell you that they are indeed what they are, or that they practice what they practice. Now, there are some key things that you can look for, but for the most part, they're pretty good at hiding this until the right moment. And when I say the right moment, we all know we live in a world today where everyone's so open about who they are, what it is that they do, what it is that they love, what it is that they don't love. People are very open and getting more comfortable about revealing to the world who they are or who they think that they are. I just had a conversation the other day with one of my friends, and man, we was having this conversation and just talking about, you know, certain women in our lives that practice witchcraft that we knew at some point they revealed to us that they practice witchcraft, or that they were interested in it and doing it, and just some of the effects that we saw through that. Because I'll be honest, man, one of the ways that you can kind of tell if someone is practicing witchcraft on you is if you have a strong yearning for that person where you normally would not have an attraction to that person. Let me explain. And I don't mean that, you know, you go outside of your standard person that you would talk to or date and, you know, this is something different and, you know, you're just trying it that way. No, I mean, you just normally would not be attracted to the things they talk about, who they are, how they look, all this stuff. You would not be attracted to them. But for some reason, there is a draw to that person. And just having this discussion with him, we both came to the realization that we were dealing with some of the same stuff. We were dealing with someone and not really getting what the draw to them was until they later on revealed what it was that they were practicing, which was witchcraft, casting spells, using roots. Some people, and I know that more people are familiar with this than not, but it's a very gross practice about putting blood, a little amount of blood inside of food to get someone attracted to you. But you know, those are some of the ways that people use witchcraft. And it just so happens, because I don't believe in coincidence, that right after we have this conversation, he sends me a text the next day from a young lady that he's dating. And he asked her what she was doing. And she said, I'm just smoking. I'm about to read a book. And he said, well, what kind of book are you about to read? She said, a book on witchcraft, LOL. So it's very strange that now, you know, as they get into it, they get more comfortable with letting you know. Because be honest, man, these people know that they're dealing with things that they should not be dealing with. They know that they were not raised in that way. They know that God detests those kinds of things, but yet they still do it. And a lot of people also practice these things, witchcraft, and have no idea that that's what it is that they're doing. For example, have you ever known anyone who they pray and they're praying for things to happen, but not just praying for things to happen, they're actually praying to manipulate people's minds and their hearts. Specifically, you know, make this God, make this person love me. Make this person suffer for what it is that they did. Make this person fall down in anything it is that they try to do in life. Make these people do this. Man, have you ever seen that, for any of y'all that ever seen the movie Color Purple, where she says, until you do right by me, everything you do will fail. We take this as a thing, it's just a movie, but I'm telling, little things like this, when you say things like that, that is a curse. That's a flat out curse. You're cursing people. You're casting spells out into the world. Another way that people don't realize that they're doing witchcraft is through the zodiac signs, all the horoscope stuff. A lot of people will base their lives off of well, am I compatible with this person? This person's this zodiac sign, I'm this zodiac sign. We shouldn't mingle because according to the zodiac and my horoscope, these people aren't good for me. You can block a lot of your blessings in life, man, by listening to that crap. Let me be honest. I know what my zodiac sign is. I went through a stage where I actually did try to say, okay, well, yeah, this is kind of how I am, but man, you will block your blessings doing that because you'll start getting the idea you're letting someone else tell you who you are, okay? For example, I'm a Cancer. So they'll say, okay, Cancers are supposed to be this, and that. Now, if I do that, if I listen to that and I internalize that, what this horoscope or what other people are telling me about my zodiac sign, just based on the day I was born, that I will start modeling my life in that way. There are some people that once you tell them something over and over and over again, like an abusive relationship, once you tell somebody something over, you start to believe that kind of stuff if you're not mentally strong. If you don't, you listen to that voice on the inside, which is the Holy Spirit that is telling you to stay away from doing stuff like this. Another thing that I've heard as well, besides just the casting of spells, the zodiacs, the using roots, the different black magic that goes on, I also hear about people using tarot card readings. And this is a way that people are trying to gain an advantage over life. They want an advantage. They don't want to leave it to God. They don't want to let go and let God. They want to use the tarot card readings as an advantage. How can I try to figure out my future so I can play my cards in life a different kind of way? This is something very dangerous, man, because nobody knows the future but God. Nobody knows the future but God. Nobody is aware of what is going to take place in the future but God. So when you find yourself in these situations where you're trying to manipulate, trying to, cast spells over people, trying to curse people, man, all of this is witchcraft. And you have to be very careful. And the reason I'm putting out this video about all this is there are some people in relationships or situationships or whatever where they're dealing with people and you don't even realize that this person is practicing witchcraft on you. This person is cursing you. This person is trying to cast spells to get you to do the things that they want you to do. Now, I know for people who are kind of new to this conversation, it sounds very much crazy. But once you live it and you start to see it, and then you actually learn and see people around you practicing it, it's crazy. It's like a complete, just mind completely blown. Because I've always heard about it. Always, in movies, stories, all that stuff. We hear about the witch and Hansel and Gretel and all this kind of stuff from kids. So we're told this from children on how this works. But not realizing that this is not something that's just a movie. That's actually based on real life. That's actually based on how people operate in real life. I'm telling you, man, you have some very, very crafty, evil people out there in this world. And a lot of the people that practice this, the ones that don't know what it is that they're doing, you're not going to be able to get in front of God and, say, I didn't know. And another thing that I want to add on here is people who practice witchcraft often jump back and forth on their stance in it. They'll say something, oh, yeah, I do this. Yeah, I practice this. Yeah, I pray to Satan, and then laugh afterwards as if to try to cover it up or act like they didn't actually say that. Man, this is very, very real. And what we have to realize here is we're dealing with spiritual warfare. This is not just flesh on flesh. This is spiritual warfare. That's why you have to put on the full armor of God in your life. You have to put on your armor. You have to protect your head and protect your heart. Because there are a lot of people out here that are doing some very wicked things that you would be surprised. You would be so surprised. You're wondering why you can't stop thinking about this person. You're wondering why you know that this person or situation is bad for you, but yet here you go down that path anyway. Man, I'm telling you, you may think that this is just, this is my natural feelings. And sometimes it may be that case. But there are some other times where, there's some practices being done behind the scenes that you are not even aware about. not even aware about it. I've heard of people praying to gods, going out praying to the water, whatever that is. And I'm telling you, man, you have to be careful about it, especially if you're friends with someone that's doing this. Understand that there is no way possible that you can keep your soul clean and continue to hang out with someone that practices this stuff. Understand that there is no way that you can be in a relationship with someone and they practice these kinds of things, because eventually the people who you're around, they're going to rub off on you. People always say, you know, no, just because my friend does this doesn't mean I'll do this. I'm telling you 110%, man. Birds of a feather flock together. If they tell me bad things about their friends, I just listen. But I know that that's a chance that I may be dealing with the same thing out of them. I may be dealing with the same things that they're talking about with their friends. I may be dealing with that out of them. So just to keep it blunt, man, keep it straightforward. I am going to go in on this topic a little bit more in some future videos, but I'm cool with just putting this out for now. If you like anything about the video, anything at all, make sure that you go down below, like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. 502 King Paul, I'm out.